Have you ever pondered the safety of the cosmetics that grace your vanity? Specifically, have you ever given thought to the presence of radiation in your everyday beauty products? It may sound like a plot from a science fiction novel, but the reality is, it's a topic worth discussing. So, what exactly is radiation? In the simplest terms, radiation is energy moving from one place to another. It can come from the sun, electronic devices, or even certain types of rocks. It's everywhere. Now, before you panic, remember that not all radiation is harmful. There's non-ionizing radiation, which is generally harmless and includes things like radio waves. And then there's ionizing radiation, which can be harmful in high doses. It's this latter type that has potential ties to cosmetics. You see, certain minerals used in cosmetics, like mica and titanium dioxide, can contain trace amounts of naturally occurring radioactive material. These are used for their shimmering effect and their ability to block sunlight in products like sunscreen. The radiation levels are usually low and fall within safe limits. However, it's the potential for exposure over time that raises questions about safety. But how did we arrive at this point? Well, it's a combination of our quest for beauty and the Earth's natural processes. The minerals we use in cosmetics often come from the Earth's crust, where radioactive material can naturally occur. As we mine these minerals and use them in our cosmetics, we inadvertently introduce the possibility of radiation exposure. That said, it's crucial to note that regulatory bodies around the world have standards in place to ensure the safety of cosmetics. These include limits on the levels of radioactive material that can be present in cosmetic products. So what did we uncover today? We dove headfirst into the world of radiation, understanding what it is and how it can find its way into our cosmetics. We explored the difference between non-ionizing and ionizing radiation, and we learned that certain minerals used in cosmetics can contain trace amounts of naturally occurring radioactive material. We also discovered that while the radiation levels in cosmetics are usually low and within safe limits, it's the potential for exposure over time that raises some questions. However, we also reminded ourselves that regulatory bodies have standards in place to ensure the safety of these products. So, while the topic of radiation in cosmetics might seem a little daunting, it's not as scary as it first appears. It's a complex issue, sure, but one that's under constant scrutiny and regulation to ensure the safety of beauty enthusiasts around the globe. In the end, it's all about being an informed consumer. Knowing what goes into your cosmetics allows you to make choices that align with your comfort level and values. Remember, knowledge is power, and in this case, it's the power to choose your cosmetics wisely. Although the levels of radiation in cosmetics are typically safe due to stringent regulations, it's worth discussing the potential harms if they weren't. Prolonged exposure to radiation could lead to skin damage, altering the texture and appearance of your skin over time. Some studies also suggest potential links between radiation exposure and skin cancer, although this is still an area of ongoing research. In extreme cases, if the levels of radiation were exceptionally high, it could cause radiation sickness, a severe illness that requires immediate medical attention. These potential harms underline the importance of regulatory standards in cosmetics, reminding us why it's crucial to stay informed and choose our beauty products wisely.